One more time.
Hell yeah, we let a band. The band like our second home.
Like our second home. Lefty Gunplay, you wish you could say that. What it do, what it is, what it was. This is your boy Pocho of the Pocho Podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications and support a real one in the field. What are we talking about today? The difference between a superstar and another Chicano rapper. OhGessy was recently on, let me see, is it Power 106? Man, I used to be up there. No, Real 92.3. I don't even want to get them confused, bro, because they be going at each other. I've been out down there. I've actually was like the homie of the week or something. I did some commercials on 92.3. Salute to them. Los Angeles, the cruise show. He was on the cruise show. The cruise, cool homie, man. He used to support homeboy industry. I think he still does the little run. But today, what are we talking about? OhGessy shouting out the bass, saying San Jose gets it popping like no other. You feel me? OhGessy, Feeding Flexing, got this whole movement of Shoreline Mafia that popped off, I think in Hollywood, and maybe you can say West Los Angeles area. You feel me? And it had a whole group of people like that really they got a lot of their flavor from the Bay. They even admit it. Shout out to them for admitting it. Also, people like Peso, but it was cracking. It had a lot of D abuse, drug abuse. It had a lot of drinking, partying, but I liked it because it was kind of like the LA hyphy movement. It wasn't the hyphy movement, but it was like it translated to something like that. It was more about house parties, going out, partying, making money, hanging out with girls, like tagging, but also being with the business. But it wasn't gang related, so everybody had the right to pop it. You feel me? Everybody had the right to bump it, and this is why OhGessy is a superstar. It is on his way to being a superstar, and why I think Lefty Gunplay will just be another Chicano rapper. Sadly, I consider him Chicano. A lot of people don't even consider Lefty Chicano because it's like half Central American, a quarter Central American, quarter Mexican, and half white, right? So, but he did grow up in Baldwin Park. He grew up in the Chicano experience. I consider Lefty Gunplay a Chicano rapper. They call him a superstar rapper, a gangster rapper. I'm sorry, I think that these titles were actually made for OhGessy because OhGessy knows how to handle the fame. He knows how to he knows how to market himself to a broader audience. So basically this video, and he shot out the bass saying that they're like the best place to party. They turn up San Jose. Watch, let's hear it from him.
The Bay Area, and we've been slapping it for like hell yeah. We let a band. The Bay like our second home. Club in San Jose. And I'm like, yo, no one turns up like this in the whole world. Everyone
you hear
in
that?
The club was dancing. Like
everybody was dancing. They weren't just sitting there acting tough like you see at Chicano, at like lowrider shows and Chicano rap studio songs where it's like all the homies posted with like one girl maybe dancing a little bit. You feel me? That's what's wrong with the whole thing. Why Chicano rap never worked and will never work. Because all you do is get regional success. And yes, you pop off real quick like Lefty did. But just see. And now I don't want to just always just give you my opinion. First, you're getting it from OhGessy giving love to San Jose and the Bay Area, the South Bay, saying that it gets more popping than anywhere in the world. And he's from Los Angeles. That means he's saying that it gets more popping in San Jose than it gets popping in his own hometown of LA. And that's crazy to admit. But I think that he's not lying, bro. The Bay Area is cracking. We be slapping his music. You do hear OhGessy in the Bay Area. You do not hear Lefty Gunplay. You do not hear any of the LA rappers. Maybe a little bit of Peso. I'm just being honest. No little weirdo from San Diego. None of that. No Southern California music is played in the Bay Area at all, bro, of Latinos, except for probably OhGessy and Feeding Flexing because they give it up to the Bay and they got a lot of their style from the Bay. And it's for them, they're not tied by these old whack-ass gang politics of trying to be tough and the baddest and the ego-driven. They're giving it up. They're showing love. They're happy. You know what I mean? And that's what we want. We want a superstar that is happy and is like showing the lifestyle, not showing death, destruction, and things that most people can't even relate to. Nobody wants to get into a gang and go to prison, bro, and die. You know what I mean? People want to go to the club and dance and party and laugh and feel good and have music that motivates them. One more time.
Hell yeah, we let a band. The band like our second home.
Like our second home. Lefty Gunplay, you wish you could say that. And there's some Bay Area artists that they want to work with.
I feel
feel like there's a bunch of them. I feel like
a bunch, bro.
I would like to work with from the Bay. You know, Lil Yee.
Little Yee.
There's a bunch of dope artists out there. Yeah, it's a bunch of artists. Like shout out Lil Pete. I haven't done
Lil Pete.
Zay Bang.
Zay Bang.
I think it's
no Chicanos though. That's too bad, but it is what it is.
Too short clear to gangsters and strippers.
There it is. Recently today on the No Jumper Show, Lush. So it's not just OhGessy being on one of the biggest radio stations of LA, shouting out the Bay and honoring the market that we have here for LA artists. But Lush, Lush, one of the dope podcasters from No Jumper, the biggest hip-hop platform on the West Coast. He's the superstar and the biggest in LA is because he can go to up north, because he gets up love in the north. He can be in Sacramento, he can be in San Jose, he can be in Fresno, he can be in Stockton, you feel me? He can be in Santa Rosa, baby. He can be in Oakland, you feel me? He can be in all these markets and enjoy himself and make all kinds of different diverse, ways of getting paid, not just concerts, but, coming up to a car place or going to a cannabis spot, or imagine all these spots in Northern. If you look at the California, while LA has more population in its small, confined area, Northern California is huge, and there's a lot of people there still, and there's no reason to ignore that market. And OhGessy and Feeding Flexins are definitely not ignoring it and moving forward and getting paid out there. And Lefty Gunplay is going to jail for random things, going to Texas, getting caught up with random people. You can tell that he doesn't have the right people around him. You would never in your life see OhGessy or Feeding Flexin moving like that or getting caught up like that. And you've never seen that. Even when they broke up with honor, and they came back together to kill the game, bro. And OhGessy in person is a super humble cat. You feel me? And Lefty, is he in person, or is he just kind of like a caricature, people? A caricature. We want a real superstar, Latino superstar that could be taken serious in the whole world market, U.S. market, on the East Coast, among the blacks. Shout out to the blacks, among the blacks, not just for the Latinos. That's why Chicano rap, aka Southside rap, can never work, because it can only survive in the South Side. And why there is a lot of Southsiders, there's not a lot of Southsiders that buy records. They're going to steal records, from records to CDs to figuring out, watching the free stuff on YouTube. They're not going to buy your record. You feel me? And I'm not saying that Lefty Gunplay is not one of the most poppin' artists in LA right now, and I would say of all of them, black, Mexican, green, white, whatever, yellow, it don't matter. But for how long? He has no market up north. He's killing his market in Texas, and this isn't to hate on him. I still think he has a very small chance to somehow say sorry to the north, say sorry to Texas, and get up in those markets. But the reality is, a personality can only take you so far. All these Chicano rappers also, they have these cool personalities, right? But who's the last ones that are standing? Conejo. I still don't even consider him a Chicano rapper, but Conejo. Little Rob. Did you know that Little Rob is the top streaming Southern California Latino rapper? That's amazing, bro. That's incredible. He's from San Diego. No drama out there. Is smooth. Even when he doesn't put no drama out there, drama comes to him. Conejo recently was in one of these big movies that got like an award, or got some kind of, I'll see if I can put it on the video, some kind of dope distinguished, like award or something. It's top movie or something in the country, and he's in it. That's superstars, bro. And Lefty Gunplay, while he made this big splash, hate will only take you so far. Love will take you way further. Think about it. You love to hate, but can you hate to love? I don't know, my boy. Think about that one, like the meme. So anyway, people, I want you to think about this, is that real superstars will never do this regional success, will never be gangster rappers. Gangster rappers, it's cool in the beginning, it's enticing, but when you reach broader audiences, it actually isn't. Shoreline Mafia has never tried to act like they were a gang, like, a real SA gang, a real northern gang. And of course, if they get locked up, they're probably going to be with the SAs, right? They're in Southern California, but that is so far past what they're even thinking. That's when you know you're in a superstar world, when you're not even thinking that way. OhGessy and Feeding Flex are enjoying these markets with no drama. And Lefty Gunplay can't even be seen up north, or there's a chance he could lose his life. Think about what kind of person you'd want to be. Would you want to be a rapper that can move all through California and get love? Because it might have took you a little longer. Let's remember, it took OhGessy a long time time to get this popular. People acting like OhGessy just got, like, you know, or he's been famous the whole time. He was famous, but he wasn't famous like that. Okay, King Lil G, drummer, started the first movement that broke away from Chicano rap. I was there for that. It changed the whole game. That sound, I'm not saying it's the same sound on OhGessy, but then OhGessy and Shoreline Mafia took it even further. They took it all the way out of like gangster rap and made it like a gangster skater, a real LA baby, you know, because if you know about LA babies, it's what Tupac said. A little every in LA got a little bit of thug in them, right? So these vatos were not ones to play with. They even lost one of their homeboys. Rest in peace to him. Sadly, I forgot his name, and that's how the game is. The real ones coming out of East Hollywood. Most people don't even know that Hollywood's East cracking, but East Hollywood has MS, 18th Street. It has the Armenians, and it has a bunch of just LA babies running around the streets crazy. So that's what they represented, and they created a new sound honoring a piece of the kind of Northern California, you know, funk or bump. I don't even want to explain what they did. I can't. It's hard because, to be honest, I wasn't really on them. I wasn't on them hard till, and I was living in LA when they were starting to crack. I'll be honest, I wasn't then, but I'm on them now. Just hit the billboard. Lefties probably will never be able to do that, no matter how much of a personality and how much times he says dead homies and on the gang and bowling and with his fingers and all that. You feel me? So Lefty, if you see this, you still got superstar potential, bro. I'm not going to give up on you yet. You might think I'm your number one hater. I'm probably your number one believer, bro. I'm mixed like you, bro. I can see it in you, bro. You could do it, bro. Just change it up, like that old Lefty video of you coming in the house with your family and the cousins kind of being happy to see you. That is the Lefty you should be out there, man. The funny personality part. And this is just a suggestion. I could care less. I'm going to keep making videos on people from my garage and making enough money to pay for all my small bills. And that's good for me. But Lefty, you want more. And if you want more, you gotta be humble before you stumble. So in the comments below, let me know if you think OhGessy is a real superstar, the #1 Latino rapper in the United States, beating out Lefty for sure because of how he carries himself, how he worked hard, how he never disrespected the North or Texas and can move freely, how he relied on his talent, Lefty. He relied on his talent, not his persona. His persona added to his talent, Lefty. You gotta make the talent, gots to add the persona. They gotta match. Bootleg Kev tried to tell you, Adam 22 tried to tell you, I try to tell you, I think even Fat Con in the food community tried to tell you, but you ain't trying to listen. And now you slowly falling off, my boy. I don't even know. You probably have to do something crazy to get back in the media, right? But how long does that last? Gray hair like your boy. Rappers get old real fast, Lefty. So be like OhGessy, be humble, celebrate the Bay, say sorry. I told you, you're gonna say sorry. You try to say sorry a little bit, but say sorry all the way. And there's a chance we'll let you have a career in California. But you'll never be the top dog of California, Latino, Chicano, rap, hip-hop, and entertainment like OhGessy, Shoreline Mafia, Fiendin' Flexin' is the ones. They're the ones coming up. They're the ones where they make it cool, where we can root for them in the Bay and LA can root for them. You feel me? Texas can root for them. You gotta be a rapper people want to root for. Lefty. So, this is the reason why OhGessy is the one, the superstar for Latinos, and Lefty Gunplay is just another Chicano rapper. This is your boy Pocho, one of the Pocho Podcasts. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications and support a real one in the field. This is your boy, and I'm out.